So for this third game, this is where I started gaining some hope. You'll notice that our ratings are very, very close. This is the closest I've ever been to him in rating. 80 points, that's really good. This game, I played this. So I did not play Queen C8, I played H6. I had been studying this variation, and we got a crazy, crazy line. This is actually all theory. You don't really need to worry about this, but it's an insane position. So for another game in a row, I was able to outplay him in the opening. So I got a decent position from the opening, and I'm better. But what Soupy does in this game is absolutely mind-boggling. So he plays knight e5, right? And he's just building up some pieces. He's got his queen, knight, bishop, rook, but I'm better. It's -2 on move 15. How am I going to play this position for a win? Well, queen f6 here is actually the best move. I don't find it. I'm trying to make some trades. So I trade off his knight, and I throw in knight f3 check so that his pawns can't take my knight, and I'm just better. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just a pawn up. But how do I make progress? Both his rooks are in the game. He's got very, very annoying pressure on my position. And on the one hand, if I try to castle queenside, I can't. I move my king. Instant replay. Instant replay. My king has moved. So I cannot castle, right? So I'm stranded in the center of the board. So what do? I give him my g-pawn, and I was thinking to kick him out and then win his h4 pawn, right? But I decide that I'm going to do it like this. My king is completely safe on f7. Let's trade rooks and let's outplay him. Here he plays an insane move. Rook g5. This is what I mean by his tactical skills are just absolutely unbelievable. The second I move my king and queen on the same line, even though there's 2 more pieces between us, he threatens to win my queen. And the craziest thing is he just left the position, but he has the state of mind to come back and then continue to shove forward. I play e5 right here. He plays rook g3, sacrificing this once again to try to play hg5 and g6. I play rook e8, and here Soupy plays one of the most disgusting moves I've ever seen in my life. He plays the move knight e4. That is, it's not even the best move. The best move is actually to sack the knight so that the queen can get in. You see, while I'm stuck here in this little corner, defending my king with this bunker of pieces, his queen will infiltrate on the other side of the board, hitting everything. And he plays it in a different way. He tries to get in like this, and just does some absolutely savage stuff to me. Queen b4, takes b7. I'm surrounded on all sides of the board. Look at this. This is complete madness. I mean, this man is unbelievable at chess. I play knight b6, rook g7 again, sacrificing his rook. Takes. How am I not made it? I have to sack my queen, and it looks like I still have some counterplay. Now, from this point forward, complete chaos breaks loose. We have very little time, and he doesn't convert this game accurately as my king is able to get away to a6, and he still has his f-pawn, but I'm also creating problems for him on the back rank. And again, he doesn't have a lot of time. So even though he's completely winning, because he doesn't have a lot of time, I'm able to rattle off a couple of absurd moves here. And we have a massive scramble. I survive for as long as possible. And I'm just checking him. We're shuffling. I mean, again, like I said, we have less than 10 seconds. And I win on time. I win on time. Not my proudest game. I'm down 8 points of material, and I'm about to be down even more. I'm about to be down, 18 points of material. But I won on time, all right? I survived long enough for the insane tactical onslaught that he brought this game. I have one win. Now, I still don't have a deserved victory. So one of the next games we played, I got one of my most fun variations that I like to play in the Trempowski. This is in my d4 Dynamite course. Very aggressive line where white sacrifices a pawn but gets very good development. So another game where early on I've got a good position against Soupy, right? I mean, here it's plus 1.5 in the opening. So my opening is good. I defend my king. I get my knight in, and I just have a nice position. I mean, his position is quite blockaded. I have long-term pressure on this H-file, very huge dark square weaknesses, difficulty of developing the bishop. I'm feeling good about myself, right? I play knight e4, I play bishop h4, I'm not letting him castle. He plays the move knight e5, and in this position, I think I can just win with knight f6, which is kind of hilarious. I can just fork him. I don't exactly know what I missed here. I guess it was just the congestion of the pieces. Oh, I missed the move bishop g3, which hits his knight, and if it moves, there's this. And if he takes my knight, it's kind of the same problem. So I missed this little tactic, but it doesn't matter because I still have I have an amazing position. Knight f6, king d8. I mean, his king is stuck in the middle of the board. And if you do the tactics here, right, I'm going to check him. So I'm going to win his queen. He's going to win my queen, but I'm going to win his rook. And that's exactly what happens. Knight b6, knight h5, knight a8, bishop a8, and I play the move bishop takes g6 to simplify. So it's plus 2.5. I'm simply up material. I block his light squared bishop from taking my pawn. And this might be the first game of my life that I actually managed to outplay Soupy and get a win. All right? So we're about to even the score. It's about to be 2-2, maybe 2-3. I think he might have beaten me another game. So king f7, bishop f2, e5. And as you can already tell, I am going in the wrong direction. This is an endgame. In endgames, you know, every move counts. And as early as even this move, I should have correctly evaluated the fact that trading off this bishop for this knight in an attempt to simplify is not a good decision. It would have been better for me not to improve Soupy's pawn structure, right? Because I'm now giving him clumps together. Isolated pawns like he has here are better for me. If I played like this and went for this exchange, it's better because bishop is always hitting this pawn, right? Rook is hitting these pawns. So I should have been patient, but I got antsy and I tried to do this. And now the problem is that not only is he getting his king in the game, his pawns are getting into the game too, and I still haven't had a chance to activate my rook. His knight is going to come to f4, right? And almost all of my advantage is already gone. I try to counterattack his center pawns. He immediately gets the rook there. And how am I going to defend this pawn? If I move this pawn, he takes this. So I'm like, okay, no problem. c3. He takes g2. He takes f3. He plays h5. And now I'm really regretting this because he has 3 passed pawns. And now I'm losing. I mean, the speed at which he turned the entire game around on me, punishing me for every inaccuracy, right? My rooks were massively pushed back. He plays knight f4, hits this. Here comes e4, and like I said, the waterfall of pawns is coming. My pawns are awful. I can't do anything. He is constantly threatening knight d3, and yeah, I mean, well, what can I say? He came forward at full speed, and there was nothing I could do to stop him. I tried to even get all the pawns on the queen side, but I was unable to do anything. Literally just walked me down on the side of the board, proceeded to put both pawns there, and I created some very minor confusion here in the time scramble, but he just took all my pieces. And even though I can actually check him and make a queen, knight d3, he decided to bring his king forward and hide it. And like I said, you know, all blitz games do kind of end with chaos. Yeah, this game ended up, I think I lost on time on move 53, but at the same time, he's also just promoting his pawn. So another game where I was feeling really good from the opening, and kind of decent in the middle game, and I was supposed to put it away, and I was just completely unable to do so. And he just punished me one inaccuracy after the other, centralizing his defense, bringing his knight, bringing his rook, taking my pawns, and the avalanche of pawns. Look at and the king too. The king coming to support the armada, and I was unable to win this game.